Hey guys, it's Dr. Kirby and we're back with another video. Now, I know I haven't made a video in like 3 days because, I was banned in Wild Rift for 24 hours with no reason, and I thought I was gonna lose my entire career when that ban happened. But it's back. I guess it was a bug. Also, I got a new phone, a Samsung S24. My parents surprised me and I was like, whoa. uh really blessed with that, really privileged, thankful. So there's no gameplay in this guide because we're going to be doing two, honey, we're going two Senna builds. We're doing a Cleaver build and we are doing a Enchanter build, two of them, as you can see here. Let me just adjust my keyboard real quick because we're going to be doing two. So yes. um this build, I've been playing Senna a lot since this new season started. Because of the durability patch, I think she's a bit more. I don't know if she was affected with the durability, but she's been more stable, and everyone wants to take advantage of that tanky items. That's why the tank items got nerfed in the beginning of 6.0. Um, so yeah, we're gonna go through it. But the reason why this is still an off meta guide, because we're mostly focusing on Enchanter. We'll get to the Cleaver build, but we'll also get into the Enchanter build. Now I know everyone builds Senna tank, which is fine. And also a lot of people on the Ash video, my last video, was saying you should build the Ash tank as well. I mean, obviously I thought of that, but I'm like, I was aiming for a bit more utility, and I get it, tank gives you haste as well. So there's that, but I like more, a bit more damage than stats. Also, Lux tank peel is back. I think I saw it from a Brazilian creator on X, Twitter, or whatever. I might do that as well and get through that. So let's get on. Why is Senna AP a thing? We need to look at this ratio over here. So when she throws out her first skill, which is Piercing Darkness, right? There's a ratio of 40% bonus AD and a flat ratio of 25%. So I think what bonuses means, like if you got 40 AD start and then plus 40 from an item or from a component, I think you're going to use 40% of that. That's my guess. So by math standards, 40% is around 16. You're gonna, if you're gonna use the extra 40 bonus, 16 of that will be used for the 40. Maths, I guess. I forgot maths. But the focus I'm aiming for is this 25%. The majority of the new support items now have AP, obviously, and also healing and regen, healing and shielding capabilities. That's why redeeming enchant is gone, but it's kind of good because it kind of makes it more flexible on what you want to do. Okay, so for her ultimate, Dawning Shadow, for every mist that she has, C4 per mist, and this base damage, and plus 40% AP. So that's the shielding that it's gonna give you. So 40% of your ability power plus 4 per mist. That's why you have to really focus on farming these souls, which with no gameplay, it's hard to get souls because I'm so aggressive. So this, if you're good at soul stacking, and I'm not, you can really make use of this. Also, there's also 50% AP ratio on the damage itself, but that's more preferable for the AP build. But we're focusing on the shields here because it will proc the Dream Maker, whatever thingy. So let's go with this build first. Actually, okay, we'll go through this build first, and then we'll do the Cleaver build like as a pass through. So with the Enchanter build, you just mainly want to go AP. Maybe let's do the runes first, actually, before we do that, and then spells. So now this rune set is similar to the Cleaver build. I was watching a PC player do this, and I'm like, I know Senna is more Soraka now in PC because they changed her ratios. I think she has way more AP ratios in PC, but that's technically the same thing because she never had AP ratios in her thing. So Airy is good because it procs. It's like an on hit, right? So you do more damage when you hit, and you also do more damage poking. So it's a good poking tool. And also it's good for healing. If I have no footage, but I was playing and I healed the Galio and he healed for around 600 HP. Usually on 80 it's like around 300 or something like that. So so the Galio emoted like, what? I was so confused. Anyway, so now this part over here, this is iffy. This second tier. You want either a hexcraft thingy, hexcrafting, because I feel like for extra 50 gold, I feel like there's utility with that, especially if you're very aggressive. Also, if you have the other support item, the gold the relic ancient coin, we'll talk about it later. It's either those two, you know, or if you're greedy, you can just take this. This plus the new mushrooms on the turrets for extra coinage. That's a good one. Whew, it's been a while since I made a video. Okay, let's talk about Transcendence, Haste, and obviously Mana Flow to become one. These are your best options. These are like, you know, Sophie's Choice. These are like the best ones always to pick for. So you would want to go with that. Again, it's will scale more with Aerie and your support items because I think she gets around 100 plus haste, which you kind of want because you want to be spamming your abilities all day. Now, this build is very similar to a Sona where you kind of get slowly built up and then you pop up the party, girl. So yeah, there's that. And then obviously Revitalize, or depending on the situation, you want Perseverance. The Tenacity ones, that's a good one. Or if you need item haste, you can use the item haste one. I forgot what it's called. Ingenious Hunter. Yeah, Ingenious Hunter. So there's that. For your summoner spells, you can go Exhaust, Ignite, or Heal. Heal is always good because even in Enchanter builds that I play, you always have a, you know, heal intact, and especially it's good for clutch situations when they're about to burst. You pop that heal, boom, you're back, and then you put your first skill with your, since you have Aerie, you'll get healing and a little bit of shield from Aerie. So, you know, there it is. So let's talk about items. Now I like this, you know, because it like promotes me to, not promotes me, it makes me want to poke more. But unlike Ash support, which I poke a lot as well, I take Ancient Coin. You would want to take Ancient Coin as well, your preference. I don't know about Relic Shield over here. It's not, that's more of a tank Senna build, to be honest. And again, you have to be really mindful of last hitting those minions, honey. Your boots are Ionian Lucidity, as always. Now, let's talk about Dreammaker. Oof. I'm going to TLDR this because this is an item in PC, so it just came. So a lot of people are confused. Even I didn't really use Dreammaker as much as an item because, fun fact, Dreammaker is a support item in PC. It's one of the components, like Relic Shield, or like now it's just a book, and then it transforms into whatever you want. You want AP, you want attack damage. They changed the support game there. Here we only have the 3, which is very old, like very season 10 of League PC. Now Dreammaker TLDR, basically you get these 2 orbs, a blue orb and a purple orb. Okay, the blue orb gives you, when you heal someone, it reduces incoming damage by a certain amount. So around, like for example, it's the ratio is like 70 to 100 something, 150 damage will be reduced depending on your level. That's the gist of it. And the purple one will give you an Ardent Sensor passive, which will give you on-hit damage, right? Now you have that within you. The orbs are around you, but when you heal someone, you know, or even if it's an AoE heal, whoever's the most prioritized, maybe low health targets on your settings or your marksman, that will bounce to them and they will get the buff for it. So I'm like, whoa. So you're basically passing on the buff to them. Add on to that the other items that we're going to be talking about. So I kind of like that. I hope you guys understood that. That's why I like, when I saw this item, like, here we go, you know, and that's why redeeming enchant was gone and it was passed on to the items. That's why there's a support tab now. It's passed on to these items, and I think redemption as well, and the shield one, it's passed down to it because I feel like it needed we want support to be more flexible, and I think this item over here makes it more interesting to be a support main, rather than just heals. You have, if you don't want to even build an ardent sensor or staff, you would just get this because it technically does its job. You can substitute for other items as well, but I like a lot of healing power. I think your cap in this build is around 40. If you want a support item here, which we'll talk about later, that would be around 45 or 50. So yes, get your anti-heals. Let's talk about Harmonic Echo, Ardent, and standard stuff. Now, I went with the Holy Trinity here. Obviously, you've seen my videos. These are always Holy Trinity to me because Harmonic Echo is like your Ludens, and then these are like your Rabadons, and then this is your Infinity Orb, like that. You know what I mean? And also, it's good to have the best of both worlds, Hannah Montana, because, well, you can actually skip this if it's full AD, or, you want to focus on you, but the haste that you pass on through when you heal someone, both you and your ally, whoever you shielded, will get the haste buff. So I kind of like that as well, but AP is the centric here. But if you don't want to build this, you can build in like a tank item. Redemption could be a good item here. But this one is really cool because you always have a marksman that has damage, unless you have an AP Seraphine ADC or a Veigar ADC, a Ziggs ADC, a Zyra ADC, which works, by the way. This will also be the first priority, and then we'll swap out, That's why I like building that always. These three, Holy Trinity. I don't even need to explain to you because you already knew. Now, for your last item, you either want to up the healing and shielding with a Redemption or the Knight's Vow. Is that the Knight's Vow? Whatever the green one is. Those are good items to... how do you call this? Those are good items to cap up the shielding even more. And in the late game, you will see it. And games go longer now with the durability patch. That's why I'm like, you know what? Why not? And it's been successful for me because I know the champion and I know how it works. Obviously, people are saying, oh, it doesn't work. You didn't try it yet, or you're not confident with the champion. So, please try it out and let me know. It will be worth it. This is like a fun version because, sometimes I'm not good at Soraka. Sometimes Senna is going to get focused down, even though there is a durability patch, but Senna is my like Mastery 7 girl, it's day one girl, So, and Senna I was so bad when I tried Senna for the first time on PC, on ranked. And then for some reason, it just happened. It's just something that happened. I play Senna decently now. And I have evolved so much as a player. You know what I mean? Or maybe because I was impressing my crush. Never mind. So yeah, test it out. That's the Enchanter build. Usable for any situations. But sometimes... Oh, I'm sniffing. Excuse me. For situations where there's a lot of heavy AD teams, or your team has a lot of AD, and I've done this in one match, we can do the Cleaver build. Now, the Cleaver build is another build from PC that, because Senna is so OP as an enchanter on PC, they forgot about her roots, which was AD, not lethality. I had an accent there. Lethality. There we go. So the focus here is same runes. Obviously, you can substitute whatever same spells. But the main focus of this item, the main focus item is Black Cleaver. Why? Now, I've said this on my Ashe build. If you've seen my Ashe build, I said Armor Shred is useful for team fights, or like when you throw your volley and they get hit, they have that Armor Shred. It's not armor penetration, it's Armor Shred. There's a difference math-wise, I guess. I guess their defenses fall off. While in armor penetration, you penetrate them, which is a different multiplier. That's my guess. Anyway, so in one gameplay I did, I was Ashe. No, not Ashe. I was Senna, Kaisa. There was a Kayn. There was a Garen. And then AD mid. So yeah, AD. So I was like, okay, I can't do my Enchanter build here because, I need to be a team player for my team, for my Kaisa to scale. So when I built the Black Cleaver, she started doing a lot more damage, like more than I expected. And there was a durability patch. So, adding on to the Black Cleaver, I think it buffed the Kaisa even more, do more damage, and let them get the kill ASAP. So that's why I like Black Cleaver as like a off-meta support item if you have an AD character, or even Pyke if you want to go for that, if you're not building a crazy like lethality Pyke, even though you must because it's Pyke execution. So yeah, that's one. Also, for the Magnetic Blaster, Now, in PC, this is more of a rapid fire cannon. Now, magnetic blaster gives you that long extra range for that long extra poke. That's why we have airy as well. I forgot to say this, but airy also works well with Black Cleaver. I think the it, considering it's on hit, Senna's attack, basic attack plus airy plus cleaver will do a lot. And don't forget the cleaver damage, the magnetic blaster damage. So yeah, and also don't forget she crits as well. You don't really need to build other AD items aside from this because she scales lately with so many stacks. That's why. So she would have around 100% crit by 100 stacks, or even later, like 70, because she just has so much. That's why you only build these two. You know. Now for your last two items, it could be whatever you want, depending on the situation. I think the match I had, the OG guide on PC said, Banshees. There's no Banshees here. So this is our Banshees now. For like bursty like magic damage situations. Because a lot of the, engaged people are magic damage like Maokai, Galio, so on and so forth. So that magic shield is like really useful. It might even, I don't know if magic shield, the item, lets you prevent any type of CC like a silver shield or Morgana black shield. So, case in point, well, whatever, you won't die as much. Or you can also go with like a Randuin's for heavy AD comps as well, or even 12-hour, 12-hour Green Hood, I forgot the name, or an Amaranth Twin Guard. I forgot the names of that tank item, but you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, you can flex with whatever this is. And then last item is anti-heal. I think this is better than Chempunk because what's that word? Chempunk is a bit more hasty and you want more crit. Again, you will scale off pretty well. She does a lot of damage because of how much stacking she has in the late game. So yeah, this is a beast of a build that you should try out. Both of them anyway. But I advise you to try the Enchanter one. It's really fun when you realize it and you'll be like, whoa, I actually do a lot. I think I did 1,500 healing per second from the stats because it was such a powerful thing. But yeah, that was the guide. Can you imagine? I know it's no gameplay, but I'd rather you guys try it out for yourself rather than let me explain it. Also saves time, below 20 minutes. So thank you guys so much for watching. Now, if you guys are new to my channel, you should guys subscribe, notification before I never upload a new video. 20% of you guys are subscribed, but 80% of you guys aren't. So if you're watching this and you aren't subscribed, please do subscribe. I make a lot of Wildrift content and maybe other content in the future. My last video before I went on a little break was the Ash support guide, which is doing, I'm glad my builds are doing well. I like even this one, like usually they get like hundreds in like 2 weeks or something, but they're getting up there because, I believe the off-metaism in Wildrift. If Jarvan's support can be a thing, whatever I do can be a thing as well. I also talked about the new League Battle Pass, which there has been some backlash with, the Blue Essence stuff and the new system, the free-to-play system of the League of Legends PC. And I talked about the new season. I'm glad that a lot of people watched that video. I'm like, dang, people are really watching me, huh? So yeah, join me on Discord, link description below. Donate to the channel if you want to support the channel. Or by PayPal, link in the description below. If you don't have anything, you can donate via watching the ads, or if you do have something, you can comment down below via thanks and leave a comment. I might read it, or if you have a video request, I could do it for you. Yeah, it'd be helpful for me in the long run. Also watching the ads till the end will help the advertiser be like, oh, this is a good channel, let's push this creator. And no one does it so far in Wildrift in terms of content, not gameplay, content, than me. But yeah, that was the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next video. Bye bye.